Hello everyone and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's on the hook. I want to be sure you can see my hook there. I'm going to answer a few questions from yesterday's video. I'm going to talk about a new giveaway that we're having and also about some progress on some projects that I have in the works. And also my new sweater, and also my new sweater from this morning. So just want to get into all that. If you have a crochet project, please pick it up and crochet along while we're chatting. All right, yesterday I had some questions in the comments about the yellow clover hook. The yellow clover hook is a 7.0. That is a 7.0 hook by Clover. It is a plastic hook. It is not a lettered hook, and they don't have a lettered hook between the K and the L. The K is a 6.5 millimeter. The L is an 8.0. The L is the pink one there. And between those two is the yellow 7.0 millimeter Clover hook. I just wanted to tell you that. I said that I would address that in today's video, so I did. Also, I had a lot of comments about Betty Boop. Betty Boop, I said, oh, in the 40s or 50s. No, Betty Boop was born 1930. I looked it up on Google, as I was directed to do by someone in the comments. And that was a good idea. I should have looked it up before I did my video yesterday. But Betty Boop was born in 1930. And let me look at one note I made here. She was originally in Dizzy Dishes. Now, I don't know if that was a movie or a cartoon, but it was the first time she made an appearance was in Dizzy Dishes. And then she was also in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Do you remember that movie? It was a long time ago, decades ago, and it was a cartoon, but it had Betty Boop in it, and I do remember that. So that is a little bit about Betty Boop. She was born in 1930, so just in case y'all were wondering. Now, because I brought her up is because of yesterday's video. I showed two bags that were made by Joe of Joe Totes, and one bag is a giveaway. This bag is going to be given away next Thursday, so be sure to go on yesterday's video and put a comment in the video with the keyword. And I'll tell you the keyword now. It's Betty, B-E-T-T-Y. Just go to that video from yesterday and put a comment down in the comment section with the keyword, and you'll be in the running for the giveaway. This is the bag that's going to be given away next Thursday. I am really excited. This is sponsored by Joe of Joe Totes because so many of y'all have bought her bags, and we've been promoting her bags for a few weeks, and she's doing very, very well. So she wanted to give us a bag to give away. This is the other side of the bag. It has a really pretty stitch marker, a red zipper, and inside, I don't know if I looked at that. Yeah, it's the yellow fabric that matches the letters in the Betty Boop cartoon fabric. The bottom is black, of course. That is one of her trademarks. It has a snap closure. The handles are made from the chili pepper fabric, which is from the front of the bag, from that. And then on the inside, it's white canvas, and then a double pocket here. So, and it's very, very pretty. There's her name, Joe Totes. That's the name of the bag, actually. And this will be given away next Thursday. So be sure that you go to yesterday's video and put a comment down in the comment box. Now, I will put a link to that on the last few seconds of this video, and you can just hit that and go directly to the video and put your comment in, or watch the video if you haven't already done so. So that will be on the end of this video, and I'll also put a link to it in the description box if you missed that little picture of the video. It's only on there for about 15 seconds, but if you missed that, I'll have it in the description box. So you can click on it, put your comment in, and be in the running for this beautiful bag for next Thursday's drawing for the bag. So just know that's going on from yesterday. I also wanted to tell you, in the comments from yesterday, I had 3 ladies who said that they had Betty Boop tattoos. I don't know if they're the head or the whole body or whatever they are, but there are 3 ladies that have Betty Boop tattoos, and 3 people who named their dogs Betty Boop. So I thought that was really cute. Now let's talk about what we're wearing. Today Crystal is wearing the Stonewash sweater that I talked about last week. It is finished and it is on Etsy shop, and I sent out an email this morning with a very substantial discount that you can use to buy any pattern in my shop, not just this Stonewash pattern, but any pattern in the shop. So if you want to make it just like I did, you would need an eye hook from Clover, or an eye hook of any brand, and at least 5, maybe 6 balls. The Coastal Cotton yarn from Michaels, and you can actually order that now and they'll bring it out to the curb for you. I think you go online, you order it, and then you drive by and they'll bring it out to you, probably texting each other or something, I would guess. But anyway, this is a very simple sweater. It is very comfortable and you can't see through it. See my hand? You can't see through it. So it's very, very wonderful for summer, and I've been wearing it around, like I said in my video last week, and it is very comfortable. So this is a cotton sweater, very simple, not difficult to make. The sleeves are actually crocheted right into the front and back fabric. So it's very easy to make with a simple trim around the neck. You don't have to add a whole lot of rows there, just 1 row of trim, and that's it. Very simple. And I put quite a bit of ease in here, so I don't know if I ever counted it up, maybe a couple inches on each side, maybe a 4-inch ease in that. I don't know. I'd have to look back at the video. I've measured it on me. Crystal's a little bit smaller than I am, so she would show more ease there, but it's in the pattern how much ease I use, so you can look at the pattern if you want to. All right, so thank you, Crystal. Now, what I'm wearing today is a new sweater, and I modeled this on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, you're welcome to do that. I have probably 550 followers now. It's really wonderful. I can communicate with people. It's very easy. I don't have to set up my video camera every time I want to communicate an idea or a project or a progress or an acquisition or whatever. I put them on my Instagram account, and I get a lot of people respond to me and comment. They like the posts, so I guess I'm doing something right there. The Instagram platform is a lot of fun to use. And I did model this. I put a picture out there, and I had a lot of people say they wanted to try the pattern. So I'm going to write the pattern. I haven't written it yet, but I did finish the sweater, and I wanted to show it to you. This is made from some Knit Crate Audine Wools yarn, and I've shown this a few times. This is the color Flirt, F-L-I-R-T, Flirt, and I'm making another sweater from this, and I'll show that to you in the progress on projects section of this video. But I just wanted to show you that. That is the yarn that I used, and this is what I had left of the 3rd hank. Each hank had 400 yards. So I'm guessing it took me nearly 1,000 yards to make this sweater. But it's also, I call it the Summer Essential Sweater because it has a lot of ease in it. It is very easy to wear. It's very comfortable, and I made it out of a number 2 wool. This is number 2. And I want to show you some possibilities to use another type of yarn if you don't want to use wool or you don't want to spend the money. This was probably between $15 and $19 a hank because it's wool. It's wool and nylon, so it's very stretchy. It's very comfortable. Look how stretchy that is. It's very comfortable to wear. And it doesn't lose its shape. I have not blocked it yet. I'm just going to disclose that. I may not ever block it, but if I feel like I need to wash it, which I may because I've worn it quite a bit, I may block it at that point. So I'll just stand up and let you see this. This is a sweater with a lot of ease in it, and I'll show you. This is a crop sweater. You do not have to make it this short. I like crop sweaters because they're just really comfortable, and you can make them very, very wide, but they're not very, very big, so they're not bulky looking on you. If you make it a crop, and even if you're a little bit bigger in the hips, which I used to be, and I would wear crop sweaters because they do make you look thinner, and I don't know if that is a function of the length of the sweater or the blue jeans that you wear underneath. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see these blue jeans, but they're not too big, they're just right, and the sweater comes down over it. These are high-rise jeans. They are not low-cut jeans, they're high-rise. They come up above my waist so that when I wear my sweater, I'm not showing any skin right there. But this is the back of the sweater, and it's very, very loose, very comfortable, but it has a lot of drape because it's made out of this nice wool fingering yarn, and so it falls nicely. You see how big that is? Let me stand up here. It's a good size sweater. I'd say it has, let me just look. It looks like it has 6 inches of ease on each side. So I have a 12-inch ease in this sweater. I am planning to make another one, and I will be making it out of a different yarn. So I wanted to show you some possibilities for this. I'll have the pattern out next week, and I know people go out and buy the yarn. I want to be sure that you buy enough. I used 1,000 yards. You might need 1,200 yards. You might need 900 yards. I don't know how many yards you need, but I made probably sort of like almost a medium size sweater. Generally that might be a medium. It would fit a medium person, maybe even a large person. It's got plenty of ease in it. And if you'll notice, the sleeves are just part of, see, they're part of that rectangle. I added the ribbing on the sleeve to match the bottom of the sweater. I added that, and I also did some decreasing here because I wanted the sleeve to not be gappy right here. I didn't want it to hang way down. So I tightened it up under the bottom here, and then I added a rib, and I think I might have used a smaller hook. I'll have to look at my notes. I think I used a smaller hook, and I did a ribbing around the sleeves to match the neck, and I did a ribbing around the neck, if you can see that. It's a 3-1-3-1 ribbing, as I did around the bottom as well, and I've shown you this before. This is the bottom of the sweater, and I did kind of a tall ribbing there. Not terribly tall, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 rows of ribbing, and that kind of finished it off. I like that look. It just looked right, so that's how I designed the sweater, and I will have that out next week at some point. But let me just show you some possibilities. I just went to my stash and took a look to see what I had that might be a size 2 yarn. I don't have a lot of size 2 yarns, but I do have this. I thought this was pretty. I don't know if it's still available. This is Knit Picks. This is a number 2 yarn. It's beautiful. It's a very summery yarn, and it's a number 2, of course. It says a number 1, but this is number 2. I'm sorry, but that's not a number 1. That would be a lace weight. This says fingering weight. It's 75% merino wool and 25% nylon. So it is very similar to this, only it's much less expensive. And it is washable and tumble dry low. So I really like that. The color is Sunset Multi. If you can see that, Sunset Multi right there. And this is called Stroll Fingering. This is by Knit Picks. I don't know if they still have this. This has been around for quite a while, so I'm not sure they still have this. But that is a number 1, it says, but it's really a number 2. So just wanted you to know that. Another possibility is the Beautiful You by Lion Brand. I love this yarn. This is a number 2, and this is the color Cayenne, Cayenne, C-A-Y-E-N-N-E, Cayenne. And I started something with this, and I may continue it as one of these sweaters. It's not quite long enough. It looks actually, I may have put quite a bit of ease in here, but this is what it looks like made up. It's beautiful. Stitch definition is awesome on this Beautiful You. I really like it, and I've been trying to find something that I wanted to make from it, and there it is on the white. If you can see that, it is it's wound tightly, but I don't know what it is about this yarn, but it is very definitive. When you make the stitches with this yarn, it is very, very easy to see the stitches. I really like that. This is good stitch definition on this particular yarn. So that's a good possibility. It's beautiful you. And let me see what the content is. This is a number 2, 100% acrylic. So that is a very nice thing. Wash and dry, and it shows sweaters on the front that are made from this, so I guess that's probably a good use for this particular yarn. Beautiful you, they still have it. I don't know if they still have this color, but they do have probably a beautiful array of colors. And then if you want to make this out of a cotton and acrylic, I use Cotton Fair. This is Cotton Fair. This is some I bought last year. I'm not sure they still have it. I think they did the last time I was out there about a month ago. This is a number 2 yarn as well. I've made several things from Cotton Fair. I love it. It is so soft. It is a great yarn for summer tops. And I started one, and I showed this to you a while back, but this is what it looks like. It's a little bit splashy, and I like that look for summer. I think that's really pretty. And honestly, I made this so wide. I may just continue with it. Let's see if it's as wide as this. It's almost as wide as this sweater. So I must have been thinking the same way when I started this, but I'll probably continue that and make it like this sweater, because this is a very comfortable sweater, easily worn all the way through summer. Now this is wool. I'm going to do an experiment to see if it stays cool all the way through summer. We'll see. I'm not going to Florida, so I'll probably be fine. I stay in the air conditioning most of the time. But I do go out, so if I go out, I'll check and see, is this really as cool as it is now? I really, really like this wool. Now, on to some projects in progress. Now to projects in progress. First of all, I'm making a sea and sky sweater, and this is with the same wool as the wool that I have on. This is the blue version. This is the blue version. I really like that. And this is sponsored by Glenda at Creative Grandma. Thank you, Glenda, for this. It's beautiful, beautiful yarn, just like what I have on. I love it. It's very light and sweet to wear in the summertime. This is the blue version, and I am making the ribbing differently from this. I am also using some cross stitch in here to give it a little bit of interest, and it's very, very drapey. Look at that. It's beautifully drapey. And I've got quite a bit of ease in here, but not as much as the pink sweater that I have on. I'm not making this with quite as much ease. This is the front side. As you can see, I've got my stitch marker on this side, and this is the front of the fabric. It's very beautiful. And I am almost finished with the back. I'll only have a few more rows to do, and I'll be done with the back. So I'm excited. Then I can start the front and move right along. I'm planning to put long sleeves in this because I have plenty of yarn, and that's the main reason. This is not cheap yarn. I love it, and I'm going to use it up. So I've already used one hank on this much. I just now changed over to a new hank, and each hank has 400 yards on it. So I've used 400 yards, and I'm probably about to right here on the back of the sweater. So I figure a hank for the back, a hank for the front, and then I doubt I'll need a hank for each sleeve. I'll probably end up with a hank left over. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes. I do plan to use as much as I can. On this particular sweater, this blue sweater, I am making the neck farther out. I'm going to make it a cutout neck, boat neck. I will not be shaping the back neck, but I will be shaping the front quite a ways out, and that way it will be a nice summer sweater, but it'll also have long sleeves to push up if you want to. So I'm excited about that. This is a work in progress. I work on this every day. I really, really like this. Another project that I have in the works is an acrylic number 4 yarn called Basic Stitches. I'm using this yarn. I showed this to you a couple weeks ago. I had just bought it. It's very soft. It has quite a halo on it, but it's anti-pilling. So I'm hoping that the sweater will retain its look even after I've worn it many times. I don't really want to use an acrylic yarn that has too much of a halo on it, but this has a halo. It says it's anti-pilling, so we'll see how that works out with this top. But this is the heather color, and let me see. This is the other color that I'm using, and I showed this to you as well. I have a black and white too, but this is the color that I'm using along with the gray. So I'm coordinating those two colors, and I'll show you what I've done so far. I've done a ribbing at the bottom. This is the right side. I've done a ribbing at the bottom, and then I've done some mesh stitching near the bottom, and so I've got a little bit of a mesh section right above, right at the waist or so, right at the waist. And then I am connecting the red and gray to the gray, and if you'll notice right there, I am going into, and I'm going to put this up here so you can see it, I'm not going into the stitches with the new color, I am going between the stitches. And what that does is just kind of pulls the color over just a little bit into the gray so that it meshes a little bit easier, I think. That's totally my opinion, but I really like the way this looks so far. This is going to be really pretty. The rest of the sweater up here will be red and gray, and then on the back, on the front will be the same treatment. And I'll probably just do a little bit of a boat neck on this one. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I think that's what I'll do. The sleeves will just be a cap sleeve similar to this, but this is not as wide as the sweater I have on. This is more of a fitted sweater. It has some ease in it, but it's only about an inch or two around the side. It's really not that much. In fact, it's very little ease on this. So it's just a different way of making a sweater. You can so easily change the pattern. I always say that in the pattern, that you can make it as wide as you want, or you can make it as long as you want. And you can make the sleeves as long as you want. It's totally up to you. I'm just giving you the outline. And the recipe, as somebody called it, and that way you can make it the way you want to. And I think it's wonderful if you can make a sweater. I've received a lot of pictures from ladies who have made my patterns, and some of them really don't look much like the pattern, but they have taken it and made it their own, and that's important to me, that you design your own sweater. Now for my third project, let's take a look at this one. This is living in my vinyl bag so I can see through it. Every Thursday, Nancy at Nan's Next Knots is going to select a color number for her Luck of the Draw CAL or CAL. It's a crochet along with Nancy. It's something to do while we're kind of stuck in our homes. Some ladies may want to have a project to work on, and I think that's fine. I'm actually going to work along with Nancy. I like her YouTube channel. She's very, very sweet. She's an excellent crocheter. And I wanted to show you what we've done so far. But first, let me show you some stitch markers. Nancy sent me this one for St. Patrick's Day. Isn't that cute? I hadn't been to my post office box in a long, long time. And there were 2 envelopes in there. And one was from Nancy and the other one was from Nancy. So I had gotten behind on looking at my post office box. So I picked these both up. And I thank you, Nancy, for these beautiful stitch markers. Here's the other one. This is the Spring Fling stitch marker. It's beautiful. And once I finish my video here, I'm going to take those off and put them on my stitch marker holder. And I might put one on my new cowl that I'm working on. Nancy explained yesterday on her video how to do this. What she's doing is making a blanket. I'm not making a blanket. I'm making a scarf because I'm not into blankets. They take too long, and really I'm focused on wearable crochet. So I wanted to do that. So what you do is you take 8 skeins of anything you have lying around, and I have a lot of skeins, partial skeins of things that I've made, and I wanted to concentrate on fingering and DK yarns. So I found 8 balls that would kind of go with each other. You pick one ball, one color as a main color, and then you pick 8 colors of different types of yarn or different colors of yarn, whatever you want to do. So I picked this as my main color because I love the yellow and I want to key on that. So this is a bag of what I'm using. See all those colors in there? I'm going to use all those colors to make this scarf, and I'm going to join in, and every Thursday Nancy's going to pick a color by picking out of a hat, I believe, and that color will be the color you select. Well, first of all, you have to decide which colors you want to assign the different numbers, and so I did that. Each number has a little piece of the yarn that I picked out to be that number. It's not in any order because she might pick a number 7 and then a number 2 and then a number 5, so it really doesn't matter. What you do is try to pick colors out that look fairly good with each other. I tried to do that. I don't know if I was very successful, but I tried to do that. And my main color is right here, and I have that labeled. That's my main color. So yesterday was our first week, and she picked the number 1. So the number 1 I had was a kind of a pink and an orange colored yarn, and this is what it looks like next to my main color. So you do 3 rows. Let me show you here. You do 3 rows of double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the first opening. That's how I do it. You might do it differently from that. And then the second section is the color that she picked yesterday. And I did this incorrectly. I did it the way I thought I heard her say it, but she said it differently. So what you do is a row of double crochet, a row of mesh, and a row of double crochet all the way to the end of the scarf. Well, because I messed up and I did 3 rows of mesh here with my very first color that she selected, I will probably do the same thing at the other end of the scarf. But technically you're supposed to do a double crochet, mesh, double crochet, and I did 3 rows of mesh. And up here you're supposed to continue that pattern, double crochet, mesh, double crochet. Well, I went back and did 3 rows just like I did here. So I may continue that as I go along the scarf. And it's okay with Nancy. She is very easygoing, and you know, she encourages you to do your own thing. So I guess that's what I'm doing. But this is what I have so far. And it's really kind of pretty. I would have never put those colors together, but I'll finish this and I might be wearing it. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I think it's going to be very pretty. Anyway, that is the Luck of the Draw cowl, and I will put a link to Nancy's video down in the description box, and you can click on that, and she tells you how to set it up and everything, but I think you can probably figure it out. You just punch 9 holes, choose a main color, and then 8 of your regular colors, and you're good to go. You're good to go. So join Nancy every Thursday when she selects a color and do your 3 rows. It takes 10 minutes. And then you're all set for the next week. And it's kind of fun to keep this in a bag and look at it and see it grow. And it's very pretty. You can also put pictures on her Facebook. And on the video, she tells you how to get in touch with her on social media. So now let's go to the giveaway portion of our video. We're going to select 3 giveaway winners of gifts that I talked about last Monday, or this last Monday. And the first giveaway winner will receive the Karen Simply Soft in the soft blue, a skein of that to make not hate hats or anything you want. You can certainly do that. And giveaway winner number 2 will receive a package of ice yarn. This is the same yarn that I used to make the essential sweater for wintertime. It's a wool, and you can hold on to this till the end of the summer, or you can go ahead and crochet one, however you want to do it. But that goes to giveaway winner number 2. Giveaway winner number 3 will receive a package of yarn, the same yarn I used to make the orange and onyx pullover for wintertime as well. This is a chenille yarn, very, very nice. So I hope you enjoy these. Next week we'll do something different. So this week we're doing this, and I'll be sending these out as soon as I get the addresses. I'd like to send them out tomorrow. So if you win one of these giveaway gifts, please email me right away so that I can get it out the door. I'd like to do it tomorrow, but if not, I'll just go next week and mail these out. So let's turn our camera to the computer and find out who wins the giveaway gifts this week. Okay, so here we are. I've put the URL in the box here, and I've put the keyword, which was ice. And let's scroll down here. Whoops, let's see what our comments were. Let's get our YouTube comments. 562. Thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. Let me go over here and start. And let's find out who wins the Karen Simply Soft blue yarn. Sue Stevens. Sue Stevens. So Sue, you have won the Karen Simply Soft yarn in the color soft blue. Let's pick another winner. This winner will receive the ice yarn in the black and white. And that winner is Jamie Richter. Jamie, you are going to try the ice yarns. You're saying that in there. So Jamie, congratulations. You have won the black and white ice yarn. And then let's find out who wins that orange and onyx yarn. That would be CM Sundown. CM Sundown, you have won the orange and onyx yarn. Congratulations to all the winners of the gifts that I'm sending out this week. I'm excited. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please like it or share it or both. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you'll know when I send these out. I've been publishing videos much more often for one reason that some people have said they really enjoy having something to watch while they're at home. I hope you're crocheting, I hope you're knitting, I hope you're doing lots of fun things while you cannot go anywhere if you are actually in lockdown. And some counties in the States are not in lockdown, but they're not really able to run around and do things or run errands because the shops are all closed, especially the yarn shops. Now I know some of the big box stores are bringing your orders to the curb. I know Michael's does. I don't know about Hobby Lobby or Joann. I think Joann may do the same thing. So if you are in the need of yarn, which I doubt any of us are, but if you just want to get out and go pick up some yarn, you can do that. I have so much yarn. I have forced myself not to order any more yarn online. And I ordered 2 of these, and they're going to find their way, one of them is at least, into a giveaway. So if you don't have a Clover 7.0, you might hold on a little bit if you can do that, because I might be putting one of these in a giveaway. Join me again on Monday to find out what's on the hook.